This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Andreas Glasel, Steph Newtown, Andrew Graff at HotGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Andrew Corbin, Dauphin Thorndike, Jeff Dean, Mark Ventura, Matthew McLaughlin, Richard, Sam James Stevenson, Ubu Tang, Will E, Caden Richards, Robert Mackay, totally not Tyler or Lewis, and Sam Gavshak for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it immensely, and I hope you all enjoy this video. No coffee today. I've given up coffee and tea, not that I drink tea, for Lent, because I knew if I gave up coffee, I would go for tea, and it's like, that's not the point. I need to get rid of something and not replace it with something else. So I've actually been sleeping a bit better. I only had like 1 cup per day in the morning, but my sleep has improved. I don't know if that's part of it or what, but it's been nice. So, hello everyone. Welcome to an album reaction. We are in the midst of our Chameleons binge. Technically, I should be adding another Pole album in the mix here, but I'm not. We're doing one at the end of the Chameleons. I've sort of rearranged the way that I'm doing the Chameleons at the end here. I don't think I've said this yet on any of these videos. So today we are doing Why Call It Anything, their comeback album from 2001. And then after that, our next one will be the Fan and the Bellows compilation. And I was going to mix that with the Tony Fletcher EP, but now I am separating them. So the Fan and the Bellows will be its own separate video. And then I am doing the Tony Fletcher EP and some bonus tracks that don't kind of end up on the compilation or on the EP or anywhere else. So we're doing the Tony Fletcher EP and then the tracks Dear Dead Days, Things I Wish I'd Said, Paradiso, Inside Out, and Ever After. And then I'll kind of round out, I think, the Chameleons very nicely. Then we'll do a Pole album and then on to the next thing. So that is the plan for what we are doing. So I've covered basically the three great, if you will, Chameleons albums at this point. I've only done a follow-up for Script of the Bridge so far. I haven't for the last 2. As far as which ones I like more than others, it's really tough to say because, like, I think they all have different strengths and weaknesses. I think Script of the Bridge is probably a bit more consistent, probably a bit better. Is it my favorite? I don't know. If I'm just to quickly go through and like talk about some of my favorite tracks real quick, since we're kind of at this like breaking point, this stopping point between like the great stuff and then all of this like extra stuff to finish them out, I would say my favorite tracks, like ones that I go back to and listen to quite often, would be Up the Down Escalator, Second Skin, View from a Hill. That's probably most of it from Script of the Bridge as far as going back to individual tracks, maybe as high as you can go. And then as far as What Does Anything Mean, basically, Perfume Garden, On the Beach, no, not On the Beach, One Flesh, and P.S. Goodbye. Those are my favorites from that. The intro track, Silent Sea and Sky, is fantastic as well. And then with Strange Times, Swamp Thing, of course, I love. The End of Time has become one of my favorite Chameleon songs, period. I love that thing front to back. And then Seriosity, I think, is also quite interesting, very unique. But yeah, what a great set of 3 albums. Interesting flavor of post-punk for sure. I've said that many times. But now we are continuing. We are jumping forward. How far? I can't do the math in my head, and I won't because I have like a vendetta with math. We are jumping forward 15 years to 2001 for this album we are doing today. For those of you who don't know, I do unedited reactions at my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. For $5 a month. You can get access to unedited reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. That is April of 2021 to present. And that involves about 75 to 80 individual unedited album reactions that you can access, that whole back catalog and all the forward catalog for $5 a month. You can also get access to voting in polls at the $1 per month level. We do those every 2 to 4 to 5 albums in our list. Just kind of breaks up the monotony of going through an artist discography binge, lets us inject a miscellaneous album into the mix. So if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/AlexHeitz is the place to do it. Also, got to shout out NordVPN. Link in the description for that. Have an affiliate link down there. Fantastic VPN, great speeds, great prices. I've been using them for years. Go check them out in the description. Why call it anything? You know, you got to give the Chameleons credit for just constantly creating these very unsettling images. This is probably the most unsettling album cover that they have, next to Strange Times. But I'm wondering, was it Reg Smithies who did the art before, or was it Dave? I can't remember. Who did the art on this one? Does it say? I can't see it anywhere. Does anyone know who did the art on this one? I'm going to go back and look for the previous, what is it? Script of the bridge. I'm looking, and I'm not seeing it immediately, so I'm not going to waste everyone's time, but I'm sure you guys can tell me. Yeah, so this is their 2001 comeback, 56 minutes long, 10 tracks. There's a 9-minute track in here as well, Miracles and Wonders. I have heard quite mixed things about this one. It stands at a 3.4 out of 548 ratings on Rate Your Music, so that's not terrible. And I'm honestly expecting to maybe give it like a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5 at the end of the day, but I have no idea what I'm getting into here. Looks like all the people are back, right? Is the drummer the same? I don't know if the drummer is the same or not. Did they change the drummer? I'm looking. The drummer has kind of changed here and there anyway, but I don't know. John Lever, who I think passed away March 2017. So yeah, I don't know what to expect here. I have heard that this is a pretty solid comeback album, and it's better than some of the stuff that was coming out around the time. I mean, a post-punk album in 2001 is kind of nuts, to be perfectly honest. Mark Burgess's vocals seem to be still as solid as ever, from all of the like live performances, the contemporary current live performances I've heard. So I'm not really concerned about that. I just hope that the songwriting is good. I don't know. I think we're just gonna dive right on in. We got these 10 tracks here. I don't think there are any singles from it at all. And then like Dave Fielding, I know left. He's been on YouTube like saying. If you go through like live Chameleons performances, Dave will show up in the comments and just like rip people to shreds, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, what are you doing?" Oh, I don't know, but yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and get started with the first track, Shades. It's about what I was expecting, to be honest. I don't know if the rest of the album is going to sound like this, but yeah, it's I wouldn't call it bland. I wouldn't call it uninspired. It's not bad. I'm struggling to properly describe this. It it does lack a bit of the spice that made the previous album so special. But I don't know. I mean, it's just one track, so we should probably just continue forward. But it wasn't terrible. Interesting. I mean, the production is still good as ever. Guitar work sounds nice. So, all that checks all the boxes there. So, anyone alive? Not bad. Not bad. I mean, you got David Allen producing. Like I mentioned in the last video, he came back for this one because he did Strange Times. So you know it's going to sound good. But I like when the Chameleons introduce or incorporate acoustic guitar in their songs. I think that it goes over very nicely. It's part of the reason I really like the End of Time. Really cool chord work in there too. That's better than Shades. I like that more than Shades. So cool. That kind of puts me a bit at ease. I think I might enjoy this album more than I was hoping, not expecting, but hoping. Indiana. Intriguing. It's a bit of an odd one. Um, I'm curious as to like if they were like writing material that whole time they were disbanded, or if they just kind of like got back together because it said they recorded from September 2000 to May 2001. Um, so it's like were they just like in the studio kind of figuring all this out, or did they have ideas beforehand? I don't know. That was fine. A little bit too odd for my taste, I guess, but some cool. I like the percussion in there. That was cool. Lufthansa. How do you say this? Lufthansa. That's cool. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Still got the same the same oomph, I guess you could call it. Um, really interesting, jangly neo-psyche kind of guitar in there as well. Um, yeah, all right. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm enjoying some of these tracks. It's good. Truth isn't truth anymore. 6 minutes.
Out of place. I dreamt about you last night. Hypocrites, the liars and the fakes. I dreamt about you last night.
You know, I gotta hand it to them. Like they haven't. I mean, except for maybe one or two here or there, they don't really like make anything that's not interesting. Um, like the different phrasings of that song and like how it like pushed back up into that like dissonant riff there was kind of nuts. That was wild. There were certain parts that felt a little like over compressed. Certain, I don't know if it was a chorus or what, certain parts of a guitar riff that just kind of felt like squished flat and got kind of like quieter, I guess. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. We're already halfway through. Jeez. All around. Look at your pride and joy.
Moonbeams linger when you wait. Other people say answer is all around you. Yes, why are the walls still scratching? Oh, why do you? Yes, it's all around you. No, I'm not you. I'm not weak. All around you. Side now. Yes, it is.
Typical Chameleons. Last part of the song, you don't see it coming. That wasn't bad. Surprisingly, like uplifting, pleasant. Like you don't get that from Chameleons a lot, but you know when you do, I like it. I like it. I like that song. Um, I don't know how much the last little chunk fit onto the first part, but you know, I guess you take what you get. Dangerous Land.
I am the pride at the heart of a man, or a line in the sand. Gonna hold me now, hold me, well, he's gonna hold me. Signal that's heard without ears.
Cool. Again, like you can't deny it's interesting, it's compelling. Um, I like that outro there. That was nice. I've my main complaint with this album so far, and I'm kind of surprised at this. I don't know if it was David Allen's doing or the Chameleons' insistence on this, but the dynamics the dynamics aren't very high. Um, as far as like volume. Like the verses and the choruses in this song were like almost the exact same volume. And it kind of like makes the climax is not as strong, in my opinion, because everything just sounds so compressed. Well, not so compressed so much as I don't know. It's really hard to describe exactly what's going on there, but it just kind of sounds like a hot dog. It's hot dog music. But overall, not bad. Not bad. Music in the Womb.
She played me music in the womb. Learned to talk in tune. Waiting for something new. Only stories every day. She played me music of something new.
That was cool. Man. Not a bad album. Not an album to turn your nose up at, that's for sure. Interesting. I mean, like a little one note in some ways, but cool chords, sounds nice, production's good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I feel like I don't have anything like new to say as far as like these songs that I haven't already said on previous like Chameleons tracks, so I apologize if my commentary is kind of lacking today, but yeah, this has not been bad. This has not been bad. I'm very pleased by that. So, Miracles and Wonders is our 9-minute track. Let's listen.
So it come. Crystal vibration going out to each and every nation.
It's so hard to understand. Never cease to find it strange how at midnight things seem hopeless. Plain to see.
Action, there is a reaction. Each and every fruit coming nice due season. Some people find themselves up in a egg.
Light up, I'll see wonder. Gifts for free.
It's only wicked unto you and your host.
Another illusion.
Tell you once again. Probably will. For every action, there is a reaction.
If anything can happen, then it probably will.
Okay. Chameleons, you need to calm the hell down. What the hell was that? Oh, reggae? So his name is Kwasi Asante, is that how you say it? Oh my gosh. What why did you do that? Why did you do that? It worked better than it should have, but why'd you do that? I like that kind of like ambient field recording kind of thing going on in the end there. That was pretty cool, but I don't know. Was it terrible? in some ways. Worst Chameleon song I've ever heard? Probably. I don't know. The last part was cool though. Anyway, are you still there? Let's close this out. Let's just focus on the family Adventures in Odyssey soundtrack doing in here. You messed up. It's like ostrich and chirping all over again. You know, I'll be honest. I have a soft spot for that kind of like sappy, like 90s kind of like after school special type of, you know, like string synth stuff with piano. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just nostalgic for it, but that's fine. Interesting way to go out on the album, though. Staring at the face of the freaking whatever this clown is. I don't know. But anyway, why call it anything? I mean, this album could be anything, but it was fine. It was good. It was good. It wasn't great. It was good. Parts I didn't like, I would say, Shades is probably one of my least favorites here, not counting the first half of Miracles and Wonders, which, well, you know, enough said. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Interesting production. Sometimes there's, you know, some missteps here and there. But as far as just an album goes in these genres, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I had a pleasant time listening to this stuff. Always cool, interesting songwriting techniques coming out from these guys as well. Interesting that they like reformed and like made this, and then like Dave left, and then they were kind of done. In weird trajectory, really odd trajectory for a band. But the part of the reason that I didn't end with this, because technically we're going to be going back to do the compilation and the EP. You know, most of the reason is I like to do albums first, and then if we do any comps or EPs, I kind of save that for the end. But it's also kind of nice because I didn't want this to leave like a bad taste in my mouth. I wanted to kind of be able to return to some of the good stuff on Fan of the Bellows and Tony Fletcher, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm kind of pleasantly surprised that that's not going to have to really be the case. This wasn't a bad album. I didn't have a bad time. I was honestly, sometimes when I sit down and listen to albums that I know are not considered like among the best, I just kind of put them in because I want to round out. I kind of, you know, like The Party's Over. Talk is a good example of something that happened recently. I sit down and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to have a good time. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I might be bored. It might just be an hour of me being bored. That doesn't sound fun with my little millennial brain. But this wasn't the case. This was nice. This was compelling. Some of these tracks are even honestly pretty good. I would say like I did like All Around. Lufthansa was cool. Anyone Alive, Music in the Womb, Dangerous Land. It's all cool. It's cool. Good job, Mark. If you're watching, Mark, well done. Thank you for your musical contribution to the world. And man, the world needs to know about the Chameleons. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, they're the most like overlooked, underrated band of the '80s, and especially in the post-punk genre. Probably true, but they seem to be getting their renaissance, you know? In the internet age, a lot of stuff that has been kind of forgotten in the past has been kind of like, you know, resurging, if you will. So, but anyway, that is why I call it anything. Decent album, eager to close out the Chameleons with the next two videos next, though. But yeah, solid. Anyway, that is all, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Things to plug yet again, patreon.com/AlexHeitz, $5 a month, access to unedited reactions, of which this is one, and $1 a month access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. Also got to plug the Discord, link in the description for that. Got about 170, 180, I don't even know anymore, members over there. I'll post like early unlisted links to these reactions before they go up live public on YouTube. And we, you know, talk about like music. We post our favorite stuff and share our own music, and you know, it's just, and have fun. Anyway, that is all, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed the video. For those who don't know, donation streams are back. I'm actually going to be doing one tonight. I'm recording this Wednesday, February 21st, and we're doing one tonight. So if you enjoy those, stick around on the channel. I'll be scheduling those here and there as I can do them. Those are always a lot of fun. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Godspeed.